Good evening. The town just passed a tax cut without touching the large surplus which we currently have, which I'm guessing is in the tens of millions, but I'll foil it tomorrow and try to get an answer to that. Politics, of course, at its very best. This is the perfect time to enact something that will improve the lives of the many cats currently suffering on the streets. We must realize that cats living on the streets are not wild creatures. They are simply less fortunate than cats that have been removed from the streets. My personal cats were taken directly from the street and are extremely sweet. Some individuals on this cat board have dogs, perhaps cats as well. 40% of pet owners in New York State own cats. Perhaps when you arrive home tonight, show your dog, or cat for that matter, some extra affection and be thankful that you don't own cats in this town. In a wealthy town such as North Hempstead, how can we just continue letting cats roam the streets, starving and freezing in the cold? To understand how this situation came about, we need to go back in time to our very clever ex-supervisor, Kamen. He found a loophole in municipal law which stated that by law only dogs had to be admitted to the town shelter. With no compunction whatsoever, he stated that since we weren't required to admit cats, he wasn't going to. No administration since then, including of course the current one, has done anything to change this terrible situation. Why worry about defenseless innocent creatures living outside through no fault of their own, starving and freezing to death, while we are playing with our cute dogs? Incidentally, while the voucher program was a small positive step, we have not had a regular clinic since May. I understand there may be one next week. In the 20 years, more or less, since Kamen enacted his policy, perhaps we should consider how many cats have suffered tremendously and died because of his total indifference to their plight. Hundreds, perhaps thousands, something I'm sure he can be very, very proud of. While Bosworth was very nice, she did absolutely nothing for the cats. We do have programs giving bonuses for plantings and rain barrel programs, which very few people can actually utilize. Our current supervisor, Mr. Senna, you made campaign promises of helping this dire situation, including signing a petition along with 2,000 other people for the creation of a cat shelter. This turned out to be an empty campaign promise. Who would believe a politician would do such a thing? I urge any cat owners here now, watching the live stream or just reading about this, to know that they had better have ironclad preparations made for their beloved cats if something unfortunate happens to them. I hope your relatives like cats, because if they don't, your cats will either be euthanized by uncaring family members or thrown out into the streets. Is that what you want for your loyal pet? This town will do absolutely nothing to help you if you become incapacitated. The prominent signs displayed "Not in our town" might as well say "No help forthcoming in this town." We have plenty of available resources. It is way past time for this board to take action to resolve this terrible situation, which has endured for the past 20 years. There are numerous possible solutions, which nobody even seems willing to discuss, which need to be explored immediately. For all you pet owners on this board, don't continue to turn a blind eye and envision your precious pet starving outside in this freezing cold. Thank you.